Thank you.
$1,000 tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
Can I turn on your radio?
Yes, already.
It's almost showtime.
Who's your favorite talk radio personality?
That's Todd. He's weird.
Monday through Friday.
He's strange. 5 to 7. Sloppy.
I mean, he sounds perfect.
He's dreamy.
What do you say? Let's get it going.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Oh, Todd, you got off the couch today. So I'm gonna give you just a little bit of praise. A little bit of praise just for you. Well, you actually got off your couch today. You know we gotta give you praise. Sing that name.
I can't sing that.
Oh, Todd, we praise you.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. If you'd like to watch the show, the TikTok, that's the stripped down, naked version. No music, no sound effects, no callers, no nothing. Just me. Full Monty, so to speak. Tonight on the show, we have another Evening Edge Coolie to give away. Just be listening for that Coolie jingle. You'll know it when you hear it. Just be the fifth caller at 937-457-1290. And you will hook up with one of those, actually a pair. His and hers, or hers and hers, or his and his. It doesn't matter. Or maybe you're a two-fisted drinker. It doesn't matter. We're going to hook you up with a couple of those. It's also Wing It Wednesday. And we're going to have Cindy here from the Goodwill Easter Seals. That's coming up after 6:30. And I wonder what kind of wings she's going to bring. The first thing I wanted to get to tonight here on the show. So last night, my wife and I were talking about our weekend plans, weekend 3 of spring cleaning. So we're trying to get things ready for the summer. And I'm sure a lot of people are going through this spring cleaning. It really does help, especially when the weather is good. When it's not so good, you don't really feel like doing anything. At least that's how I feel. I don't feel like doing anything. And we've sort of been putting it off. We do a little bit here, a little bit there. But we were talking about it, and I got thinking, I have way too many jackets. I have a closet of nothing but coats and jackets. Now, there's a reason for this, partially because as a big guy, the fashionable clothing that's available, it's not as there's not as much of it, right, as maybe for somebody else, like a Ron Otto, who's very fashionable. So what I like to do is I like to layer, right? So I just might wear a simple shirt or a t-shirt or something. And then the costume, if you will, what I present to the world is that jacket. You get what I'm saying? I think women probably know what I'm saying. 100%. There's probably guys out there that get it, but that's what I have way too many of, right? And I also have way too many photographs. Old picture photographs, family photographs. I have too much of it. Some of it has been scanned, some of it hasn't, but I have way too much of this stuff. So I thought, well, I'm going to ask the edgeheads out there, what is the ridiculous amount of what item? Like, what do you have way too much of? Now, I'm not talking about a collection, right? I saw a story about a woman in Australia. She set a Guinness World Record for having the largest collection in the world of those little minions. You know, those characters from the Despicable Me. She's got 1,035 minions, right? That's not what I'm talking about. Because when you have a collection, you expect to have a good number of these things because that's what you collect. I'm talking about just everyday, ordinary things. For example, these are some of the things that people posted, and I want to get your I guess is it hoarding? Maybe. I don't know. Whatever it is that you've got too many of, I'd like to hear about it and why you think you have too many. Edgehead Jan says she owns a ridiculous amount of kitchenware. Everything from pots and pans to utensils, glassware, plates, and bowls. The problem that I have, and we have a similar issue here, is that at some point we're like, well, let's get some new whatever bowls. Let's get some new casserole. Let's get some new, but guess what? We don't get rid of the old. It stays in the kitchen or whatever it might be. Let's see. Somebody, Helena says squishmallows, but only the cow ones. Sharon says cookbooks, most of which I've never cooked from and probably never will. Yeah. Judy and Sarah both say books in general, not cookbooks, but just books. And that's an interesting thing because I've had this conversation with my wife before. She used to be a pretty solid book hoarder. And then after we got married, I don't know if it was my evil influence or we just ran out of room. She finally got rid of a bunch of books. And I've always asked the question, it's like, once you read the books, why do you keep the books? Now, maybe if you're like Mary, my wife, she's a huge Harry Potter fan, right? I wouldn't expect her to get rid of her set of Harry Potter books. She loves those books. But, there might be 150 other books that she's read that she was keeping. Now, we're past that, but her sister, Sarah, yeah, she's got a lot of books. She can't part with them. And some people are like that, and I don't get it, but it is what it is. Marty says she has too many coffee cups, and she doesn't even drink coffee. We had Dante Jones here the other night, and from former News Center 7 meteorologist, and he was begging me on the air. It was kind of pathetic. He was begging me for an Evening Edge coffee mug. And he's like, I love coffee mugs. And I'm like, well, how many do you have? He's like, about 30. He's one guy, and he's got 30 coffee mugs. But there's a lot of other things here too. Mark says golf balls. Danielle, a lot of cooking stuff, crock pot, Instapot, air fryer, all of them. Well, that doesn't sound too much. Greg says watches. Now here's one, Brenda, and she posted a picture, hundreds of seashells. Now that to me is more like a collection. It's like you go out into the world, you go to the beaches around the world, you bring home a shell. That's different. Now you might think you might have too many, sure, but that's a collection. I'm talking like, here's one, Cindy, puzzles. A little bit like a book. Once you put the puzzle together, right? And you see, oh, look, there's the picture. It's so cool. I conquered this puzzle. And then most people will, crumble it back up and put it in the box and put it away. Are you going to make that puzzle again? Probably not. You're going to go out and buy another box of puzzles, right? And then you're going to do that puzzle. But you probably have puzzles stacked up in your closet. Now here's one. Tiffany says sidewalk chalk. Okay. Jamie says skateboards. Sherry says, I don't know what this is. Color Street nail strips. Sierra, do you have any idea what that is?
No, I've never heard of that before.
Color Street nail strips. Oh, Ron, do you hang on for a second, Ron? I want to play your.
Run!
Do you have a ridiculous amount of Color Street nail strips? Oh, sorry. Wrong button.
Got that. Okay. Yeah. In fact, I'm wearing them now.
Oh,
yes.
Lovely. They are lovely.
My wife has many, and I believe my daughter is one of the people that sells them. I believe that's the brand that she sells.
So these are like a press-on nail kind of thing.
Yeah, it's something like that.
I got you. Now, do you have anything that's a ridiculous amount of that is not fashion related?
You said collections aside, I have tens of thousands of baseball cards that I still have at home.
Yeah, well, see, again,
But
I feel like,
yeah. But for me, it's probably like you, coats.
Coats.
Like I'll see a coat when I go to the store, go to Cabela's or something, and I'm like, oh man, that coat is awesome, and all of a sudden my closet's full.
Right. I have a problem with shoes.
That's something I never had a problem with. I'm always good with like just a few pairs.
Yeah, I have a real problem with shoes, and I try to combat it, and I try to keep it under control, but I can't control it. But it pales in comparison to my wife's shoes. I'm not kidding. I mean, and she will admit it. I don't know how many she's got. Upwards of 50
pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. And she's got, and here's the thing is she stores them certain times of the year, like all of the sandals will go into a tub and get shoved under the bed. And then the boots and and then in the spring and fall, it's a challenge because there are some days you have to wear boots. And then there's other days where, oh yeah, I can wear sandals. So at some point, there's always at least 10 pairs of shoes out,
One for lots of sun, one for clouds.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
She has her work sandals. She has her weekend sandals. She has her work in the yard sandals,
It's like the coat. You can only wear one pair in this case
at
a
time. Somebody mentioned they have way too many Harley shirts, hats. But see, Harley shirts, I kind of feel like, again, a collection, right?
Yeah.
If you're a Harley rider and you visit different Harley shops or Harley events or whatever, you get a Harley shirt, you add that to your collection. It's like a concert, concert shirts.
Yeah.
It's just having.
How many radio station shirts do you own?
Oh, you know what? I purged a bunch of those a couple of years ago.
Oh, you did?
But I still only, I probably have like 6 or 7.
I probably have like 20.
Wow. Yeah.
And at least 4 or 5 of them I know I'll never wear again.
Yeah.
But I can't get rid of them.
Right.
I don't know why. You know what I mean?
Now here's one. Somebody mentioned hats. And I don't know if I would count this as having too many. When I was doing Hot Hat Friday?
Yeah.
I would get a hat. I'd wear it on the show and I'd throw in a file cabinet by my desk. Today I went through. I have 32 hats.
32.
32 hats. And here's the thing. Some of those hats have only been worn for like 2 hours. So the people that dropped those off, I mean, they were grateful for it. Every single one of them, they were grateful they got the free publicity.
Sure.
But whatever the cost of an embroidered company hat, I wore it for 2 hours and now it's sitting in a file cabinet. I need to have some sort of auction. A charity auction.
Just have a big garage sale out here.
Yeah. Or you know what? I could just start taking them to live events and giving them away.
Tossing them.
Yeah.
They'll catch anything you toss at them.
That's right. If it's free, it's for me. That's the saying.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Injuries and scars. Hey, Josh, how you doing? Hey, everybody. Hey, Ashley. I just took 2 big bags of clothes to the Goodwill for my wife because the clothes that she can't wear anymore because she's lost so much weight. A lot of what she had that she went through were summer clothes from last year, but since then she's lost, another 30 or 40 pounds. So, 15 to 20,000 unused magic common and uncommon cards. Wow. Jim Bourbon. I don't think there's anything wrong with having too much bourbon. Yeah. Oh, how's everybody doing on TikTok tonight? Hope you're having a great night. Kim joined, Tina joined. You know, they join, but sometimes they just don't stay. I'm not as compelling as I should be. Oh, wow. Too much attitude. Fabric. Yeah, Marcia, that my grandma was that way. She had tons of fabric and thread and spindles of thread. I mean, it was just cats. Yeah. Kids. Yeah. I had somebody mention that. I don't know that you really, is that too many? I mean, that's a ridiculous amount. If you have 5, is that ridiculous? Do you feel it's ridiculous? Or maybe you're just happy with 5. I don't know. Yeah, Paul, you know, I had a number of my music, radio and DJ friends mention too much vinyl, too many CDs. I got rid of a lot of all that stuff, man. I got tired of carrying them around. This person, somebody on here on this list, comments says that they have hammers. Too many hammers. They have 15 to 20 hammers. Oh, I do. I miss the quality of vinyl. Even the new vinyl, I don't think sounds as good as the old vinyl, but I'm old guy. Rustic. Yeah. Is it Ron's birthday? Hey, happy birthday, Ron. Happy birthday.
Gas station robbery in Riverside. We'll have the latest at 5:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
At best, you're an underachiever at a local radio station.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. So here's the question. What do you own a ridiculous amount of? I asked this question last night on Facebook with all the Edge heads, and I got, probably over 100 responses. Here's a couple. Jason says penguin plushies. Sue says shoes and fleece vests. Now here's one. Straight razors. That almost sounds like a collection. Like maybe you collect the straight razors. And then Rich says hammers. He has between 15 and 20 different hammers. Now, some hammers, used are used for different things. So I guess that makes sense. But if they're all kind of the, just your standard hammer, I'm not sure why you would have that many. But guys don't like getting rid of tools. I totally get it. Real quickly, Ruby and St. Mary's. Hey, Ruby, what's up?
Yeah, hey. Hi, Todd.
Hey.
I'm going to tell him my husband, okay?
Oh, please. Please do.
Well, he has too many Halloween decorations. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes him a month and a half to get everything out in the yard and in the house.
Yeah, we're running into that issue with Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we have way too many. We made a pinky swear last year. We wouldn't buy any more. Well, that didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I got news for you, Ruby. Pinky swears don't mean anything in a court of law.
No.
Just doesn't matter.
Certainly don't.
Yeah. Now, do you have too many
you.
things? Do you have too many of one, ridiculous amount of something that you're willing to admit?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, my husband has that. I have purses.
How many are we talking? 10, 15, 20?
25.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's way too many. Way too many, Ruby.
Way too many.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Appreciate your call. Have a good one.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment. Fill it up. T-double-D. H-double-L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO.
That's funny. Here on the TikTok, does anybody have a comment? Like, what do you have too much of? Anyone? I'd be curious, like, what's the one thing you have a ridiculous amount of?
Investigators in Greene County trying to identify human remains found Tuesday. The bones will be sent to a forensic anthropologist for further testing. Chris Frisbee found what
I look like a guy from Dayton. I am a guy from Dayton. Did you I don't know if you guys heard Ron's report, but there was a gas station that got robbed last night at the corner of Linden and Woodman by, they say, two teenagers wearing hoods. There was the Marathon station that got robbed down the street a few nights ago. Honestly, it looked like the same person. Hey, Ron, that story that you did about the robbery, I mentioned this to the news department. If you look at the picture, one of the pictures of the suspects, it looks exactly like the person that robbed the Marathon station down the road. That's the place where I go. I mean, they're just down the street from each other. Same outfit, same white thing over their face. Both, you had a gun.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll find out like next week when they arrest them.
Unbuilt model kits. Well, see, there again, I almost feel like those fall into a collection. Like that's like a collection. I don't see any foul there. All right. Hair ties. Yes. We have too many hair ties. And I don't wear hair ties.
This is a WHIO payroll payout alert.
Thank you, thank you.
$1,000 tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff.
Could this day get any more fantastic?
Let's get on with it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I asked Edgeheads last night on the on Facebook, what's the one thing that you own a ridiculous amount of? And it's not a collection. You know, some people have been on the live stream, they've been commenting different things like model kits or ham radios or things. And maybe you feel like you have too many, but to me, those are like part of a collection. Like vinyl records, you might have way too many, but that's kind of a collection, I guess. At some point, it does become hoarding. But I'm talking like everyday things, you know. Earrings might be one. Earrings. My wife has so many earrings, and she inherited some from my mom. When my mom downsized a couple of months ago, she's like, I don't need all these earrings. So a good number of them are in our house now. And I'm not kidding. Mary probably has over 150 pairs of earrings. I'm not kidding. Sierra, how about you, my producer tonight? Are you in the same kind of boat? Do you have a lot of jewelry or you know?
I wouldn't say jewelry. I have way too many lip balms.
Really? Lip balms?
Anything like lip balms or lip glosses. I have one for every day of the week. You'll never see me with chapped lips.
Right.
Ever. Yeah, just way too many. Probably 20, 30, maybe.
Now, not to be too specific here, but when you say you have one for every day of the week, is there a Monday lip balm and a Tuesday lip balm and a Thursday lip, or is it just you have so many that you have one for every day of the week?
Yeah.
I got you.
When I'm getting ready in the morning, I always pick a new one. So
Yeah. I've got too many pairs of socks. That's a big one. And a lot of people mentioned that last night. And the problem that I have with socks, and a lot of people, I don't know if anybody else has come to this idea, don't have a bunch of different kinds of socks, because it just makes life difficult when you're trying to pair them up and fold them and put them into your drawer. I like the idea of having maybe one or two different types of socks. Like I have probably 20 pairs of black ankle socks. They're the same socks. And it doesn't matter which they get paired with. And it's the same thing with longer socks, right? If you keep it simple. 937-457-1290 if you've got a ridiculous amount of something you'd like to share, or like Ruby, who called a few minutes ago, she called out her husband for having too many Halloween decorations. So maybe you need to call somebody out, right? Maybe Mary's listening and she'll call in and call me out on something that I'm neglecting to mention. You all know the Pope passed away, right? And the funeral is going to be on Saturday at 4 a.m. on Channel 7. So you can watch the funeral if you're interested. But I saw this story today, and the reason I thought about it, I thought, things have gone so far with sports betting. I wonder if there is odds on who's going to be the next pope. And lo and behold, there is. This is from the website Bet365. They are giving odds as to which present cardinal, will become the pope. And the leading guy is Pietro Parolin, I think is how you pronounce it. He's Italian. 150 to 1. Those are the odds. It goes all the way up to 4,001. And now I'm not going to go through all the names, right? But the thing that was interesting, I saw another story where it had a picture of the top contenders. Like who could it next be? And there was an American on there. I think his name's Joseph Tobin. That they put that up at, this was a CNN story, and they're like, this is he's one of the 10. Well, his name isn't even on this list from the betting brokers. He's not even on the list. So I don't know if that was just an oversight or if they don't think he's got a chance. And I know we've never had an American Pope. That would be kind of interesting. But yeah, if you feel like betting, these odds are up there, and you can do it. You can bet. We have a new feature on the show. This is called, well, I'll just play the open and
Get away from me, devil woman! She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you. She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you from behind.
So I saw this story. This is crazy. And she's in Brazil. She's been arrested by cops. Cops say that they arrested her for sending poisoned Easter eggs to the new family of her ex-boyfriend in a revenge plot. Now, this is what's terrible about this is that she sent it to the new girlfriend, right? And had her name on the card, like this is to so-and-so, but that the sender didn't sign her name. Well, this person, thinking that this was a nice gesture, had some of the candy, and then she gave the candy to her kids. Well, sadly, the youngest got sick and died. She is recovering along with her teenage daughter in the hospital. The victim's son fell ill immediately after consuming the chocolate eggs, died the next day in the hospital. The thing that's crazy about this isn't the first time that this woman, this devil woman, tried to take out the new girlfriend. Cops say that she was working at a supermarket and she was passing out free samples. You know what I'm talking about. You go to the grocery store, there's people there, they got trays of food. Here, try this, try that, Well, this devil woman was working at the supermarket and saw the new girlfriend and apparently tried to get her to take some poisoned food that she'd poisoned right there in the grocery store, tried to give it to her. That is crazy. The suspect admitted to buying the chocolate but not poisoning the eggs. However, cops found receipts for the chocolate eggs, 2 wigs. I guess she was trying to, travel in disguise, scissors, cards, a saw knife, and suspected drugs that was used to poison the eggs. So that's nuts. 937-457-1290. This is also crazy. I posted this story on my Facebook. Now, I get my hair cut at Super Clips. You just check in online, you go in, you're in and out. It's $20. You get a haircut. It's fine. Now I know a lot of other folks may prefer to go to a fancier salon, right? Maybe you have to make an appointment, and maybe your hairdresser or stylist is very, very busy, right? Very, very busy, always booked up. Have you encountered late fees? Like if you don't show up within 10 or 15 minutes of your assigned appointment, do you have to pay a late fee? Again, I don't run into that because I just go to Super Clips or Super Cuts or whatever it's called. I don't even remember what it's called. I think it's Super Clips. but a lot of places do charge this fee. Well, there's video out there of a woman down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Mom showed up late, 10 minutes late for her daughter's haircut. 11-year-old girl, little black girl. And I say that because she had these beautiful like dreads, these beautiful long hair, right? You know what I'm talking about. So she's sitting there and she's getting ready to get her hair cut. And mom refuses to pay the late fee. So you know what the hairdresser did? She started butchering, much like I just butchered that word, butchering this poor girl's hair, and cut off her dreads, cut off her hair, her braids, all caught on camera. Situation escalated. The mom, who was pregnant, tried to step in to protect her daughter. That led to a tussle. Despite efforts to stop the stylist, she continued cutting, injuring the mother's hand in the process. Finally, a couple of other patrons stepped in and separated the two. But I can't imagine. I mean, taking something like that out on a kid. The owner expressed apologies, I would hope, and they'd get free haircuts for life if they wanted to come back. And the woman was fired. But so far, no charges have been filed, and that's 100% assault. You can't do that. That is 100% assault. So a couple of crazy devil woman stories there for you.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Somebody on TikTok said he looks like a guy from Dayton. Do I? Am I what a guy from Dayton looks like? That's funny. That's hysterical. There's an interesting question. That's the question.
From the McAfee Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios. Breathe easy. Choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. This is WHIO Dayton and WHIO FM Pleasant Hill. All news, all the time.
Is a new law coming on gasoline in Ohio? I'm latest at 6. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
From a psychological standpoint, the radio station represents a link to normalcy.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. The Evening Edge, I guess me specifically, but it's the show, I think, has been nominated for Best of Dayton for Media Personality. Yours truly. Don't feel like you have to vote for me. Seriously. What I would like you to vote for, though, if you take the time, this is the Dayton Daily News Best of Dayton. Make sure you vote for Bucky Beaver, the mascot at my alma mater, Beaver Creek High School. I'm trying to get Bucky to be named best local mascot. Last year, he lost out to my wife's alma mater, Centerville. The competition was fierce at home. So go vote for Bucky. the Beaver mascot for Beaver Creek. And if you want to vote for me, great. 937-457-1290. Somebody on the TikTok, and people watch TikTok and Facebook and YouTube from all over the world. So I have no idea where this person is who made the comment. He looks like a guy from Dayton. And I thought that was funny. Like, well, I am a guy from Dayton. And then Ron on the live stream here, not Ron Otto, but Ron watching says, he says, guys from Dayton have a very unique look. I'm like, what is that look? And do I have that look? Pudgy, bearded? What is that look? Do guys from Dayton actually have a look? I don't know. I've never thought of that. I've never heard of that. Steve, what's going on? Hello, Steve.
Oh, that me?
Yeah, it's you, buddy. What's going on?
Hey, real quick, I was just talking about when I just turned you on, people betting on who's going to be the next pope.
Well, there's a company called Bet365. They're putting out odds. I don't know if you can actually bet on this like the Super Bowl or whatever, but they put odds out on it. So I don't know.
Well, I've been hearing that it's against the law in the United States to bet on who's going to be the next pope. You hear about that?
It's illegal to vote or not vote, but bet on whoever's going to. Really?
I couldn't believe it either. I was hearing on Eric Erickson like yesterday, day before, and he couldn't believe it. He just heard of it. And I looked it up, and that's what it says.
Really? Now,
Yeah,
can you bet on like elections?
You bet on pretty much everything. Yeah. Even in Nevada, we can bet everything. It says you're not allowed to bet on who's going to be the next pope.
Interesting.
Bet on pope or something like that.
I wonder if there's an underground betting market for hardcore gamblers.
I imagine there.
I'm gonna put down my kids' college tuition on the next pope. I got a good feeling about that Matteo Zuppi. I think he's going to do well.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Yeah, what is what is the Dayton dude look? I'd like to know. Joel, the fireworks are going to be at Rotary Park there in Beaver Creek. It's on Dayton Xenia Road, just east of Beaver Creek High School. Dennis, I probably go maybe once every, I don't know, maybe once every 6 or 7 weeks, 8 weeks, probably once every couple months. My hair still grows pretty quick, which I'm thankful for. But I'm also cheap, so I don't like, I have a friend who goes every other week just to keep it the same length. That seems excessive to me. Oh, buddy.
.90 and 95.7 WHIO. Dayton's news and talk depend on it.
This is a WHIO payroll payout alert.
Thank you, thank you.
$1,000 tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
Have you ever heard of this guy?
It's Todd. It's Todd, honey.
He's funny.
Monday through Friday.
5 to 7. On the radio?
You can tell she likes Todd for Todd. It's a nut. Real character, that one.
Todd, let's do this.
Get the show started.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I don't wear a mask for the same reason I don't wear underwear. Things gotta breathe.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok before 7 o'clock tonight. Your chance to win an Evening Edge Coolie, actually 2 Evening Edge Coolies. Just be listening for the Cool Coolie jingle. Be the 5th caller at 937-457-1290. A couple of things we're talking about tonight. If you're just joining us, one, what is the one thing that you have a ridiculous amount of? I asked this question last night on Facebook, and I got well over 100 plus responses. And I'm not talking collections. It could just be you just randomly have too many of this one thing. Like tools is a big one. Tools, that's one of those deals. It's like, well, how many hammers do you have? One guy commented he had between 15 and 20 hammers. Now, I understand that there are different kinds of hammers. I can't name all the hammers. I know ball peen, which is my favorite of the hammers. But you might have a ton of screwdrivers or wrenches or whatever it might be. It could be any sort of normal household thing. Too many spatulas. How many spatulas do you need, right? That kind of thing. How many pillows do you need on your bed? Maybe you got too many. Or shoes, or whatever it might be, belts, purses. It's spring cleaning time, right? And it's time to get rid of all that junk. 937-457-1290. It's also Wing It Wednesday. And we're expecting somebody here from the Goodwill Easter Seals. I love going to the Goodwill so much. I just love going in and looking at, look, the junk that people have decided to part with. That's the place. That's the place to go. So we're going to have somebody here after 6:30. The other question that I have, and this came up in our last segment, somebody on TikTok made the comment, and I'm assuming it was maybe a snide comment. It's hard to tell. It's hard to sort of decipher the meaning behind a text or a post. You don't know if there's sarcasm or if they're asking a question. The person said, he looks like a guy from Dayton. And I thought, are they saying he looks like a guy from Dayton? Like, I know this guy, he looks like a guy from Dayton, because I am a media personality. Or, and this is where I really feel like this person meant it, he looks like a guy from Dayton. Well, somebody on the live stream says, yes, guys from Dayton have a very unique look. And I don't know what that unique look is. What is it? Sierra, I mean, you're a young woman. You're engaged to a guy. I mean, when you think of, oh, that's a dude from Dayton, what is that? What does that look like? What is it? Is it pudgy? Is it hairy face? I mean, what are we talking here?
No, I've been in the Dayton area my entire life. I don't know what that means, actually.
Right.
So
Yeah.
when I see someone from Dayton, I'm like, oh, okay, they look like a normal person. I don't really think too much of it.
But maybe there's something, lots of times when you are from somewhere, you may not be conscious of it. If you're seeing it every day, you may not really think about it. But I don't look at somebody and go, oh, they look like they're from Columbus, or they look like they're from Chicago. Now, maybe Florida. I could, there's definitely a Florida man look, right? Ashley on the live stream, nobody's hurting my feelings. She's saying, don't let the haters hurt your feelings. My feelings aren't hurt. I'm just curious what that is. What is that look? Does Dayton have, Dayton guys in particular, a unique look? I don't think so, but I wouldn't know. I'm one of those dudes, right? 937-457-1290. Wayne in Franklin. What's up, Wayne?
Hey, Todd.
Hey.
My girlfriend says I have way too many T-shirts that has either performance, car parts, or cars on them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I get that. When do you work in that industry, or is it like your hobby?
Oh, no, I work in the industry.
Well, see that, and that makes sense. Ron Otto earlier asked me about radio T-shirts. Now I got rid of a bunch of all my old radio stuff, old T-shirts, old logo shirts, mostly because none of them fit. But that makes sense. Like if you work in an industry where you get free stuff like that, that lots of times some distributor will come in and throw everybody a shirt or a hat or something, and that's just how you end up with it. But I got it. All right. Well, thanks, Wayne. I appreciate your call. 937-457-1290. We have a good dog story.
Oh, I'm a good dog. I'm a good dog. I'm a good dog. Yes, I'm a good dog. 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 what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm a real good dog. See, I'm a good dog. I'm a good dog. I'm a good dog.
Now, Caroline on the live stream, she said guys from Dayton look approachable, warm, and friendly. Really? Huh? I mean, I've been told that. I've had people tell me that I look approachable, right? People come up to me and say hi. They don't feel, I don't know, that I'm going to be mean to them or anything. But all right. This is kind of interesting. This is a study from Hungary. Found that dog owners often perceive their bond with their pets as being more satisfying than their relationships with friends, partners, or children. So what they're saying is that we do like our pets more than we like other people. I mean, isn't that what that says right there? Over 700 dog owners rated their relationships, revealing that the owner-dog bond combines elements of both child and best friend relationships, providing nurturing and security while minimizing conflict. I understand that, and I know a lot of people that just prefer the company of their pets. And you see bumper stickers like that all the time. I think to a degree, my wife is that way. She much prefers having the dogs hanging out than having other people hang out. It's not that she's antisocial. It's just that she prefers, but there's a reason for this. There's a reason for this. It sounds all nice, like, oh, we love our dogs so much more. The study, published in the journal Scientific Reports, suggested that dog owners enjoy a unique power imbalance in their relationships with dogs, as they maintain control over most decisions, which contributes to their high levels of satisfaction. So basically, what this means is that we feel this way about our pets because we control them. It's not really about the relationship. It's about you feeling in control, right? But I bet there's a lot of people who feel like they're not in control when it comes to their pets. Sometimes the animals run the asylum. Am I right? This relationship was found to complement human relationships rather than compensate for deficiencies in them, as those with stronger human connections reported stronger bonds with their dogs. So, I don't know, just kind of interesting take that the dog relationship might be strong or stronger than other relationships with your fellow human. And I get that. 937-457-1290. We've got some food news. This is...
Hey, I'm kind of hungry. Who's got the food?
Well, what's your favorite food?
No, flavors your food.
This is a lot of food.
Isn't it glorious?
How you get so big that you own a this kind?
This is so scrumptious.
So this is kind of exciting. This, I think, for a lot of people. They closed down the Krispy Kreme that was in Kettering, and a lot of people loved going to the Krispy Kreme. And every once in a while, I'll get stories about Krispy Kreme. Now, I know we can get Krispy Kreme donuts at the grocery store, but I maintain that the grocery store Krispy Kreme are not as good as the Krispy Kreme straight from the shop. Am I right on this? I think, yeah. There's something to that. However, Krispy Kreme is introducing a brand new donut collection, that will be available at grocery stores. And I think a lot of people are going to gobble these up. And I use that term because they are Pac-Man donuts. Pac-Man donuts. Krispy Kreme is set to launch a nostalgic Pac-Man donut collection that features three themed donuts. One designed to resemble the iconic ghosts and dots, another topped with a Pac-Man candy, and a third inspired by the Apple Power-Up. So that is exciting. They're going to be available soon at your local grocery, and fans are advised to keep an eye out for the official release date and prepare for a fun snacking experience reminiscent of the game. So Pac-Man donuts are on their way.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I'll be right back, folks. I got to go get my guest.
We'll have latest at 6:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
And now for our devoted listeners, back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. So I saw this story today. This is going to be kind of interesting. I love podcasts. Of course, my show becomes a podcast. I've done other podcasts, different topics, different things, and I love listening to podcasts. Apple TV has announced that they are going to release a new podcast series called Easy Money, the Charles Ponzi Story. So for those of you who don't know, and Sierra, my producer, just kind of gave me a look like, huh? What is that? Yeah, what is that? So Charles Ponzi, you've heard of a Ponzi scheme? It's basically taking your money, telling you that you've invested it in something, but actually using the money for yourself, and then getting money from somebody else and using that money to pay back a portion of the original investment, but still keep it. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's a big scam. But he was sort of like the first, like well-known guy who did this, and that's why it's called a Ponzi scheme. Well, it's an 8-episode Apple original podcast. It's going to debut in June, and Sebastian Maniscalco, well-known comedian. He's been on this show. I absolutely love his work. He's going to be doing the voice of Charles Ponzi. And the way this works is it's going to be basically a documentary, but there's going to be a lot of immersive storytelling with him doing the voice as Charles Ponzi. So that I'm excited for that. That's going to be kind of cool. It's called, again, Easy Money, the Charles Ponzi Story, and it comes out June 23rd. We've got, I'm going to mention this.
I'm not saying it's space aliens, right? But it goes without saying it's space aliens.
So coming up on Saturday, June 7th, this is going to be at the Fairborn Holiday Inn. This is right across from the Nutter Center, Wright State University, that area over there. It's the first ever Fairborn UFO conference. And I'm excited about this. I've been talking about this for years, that Fairborn needs to have some sort of presence in the UFO community and have a big event. Well, this is the first step. And it's happening on Saturday, June 7th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. There's going to be all kinds of UFO experts and conversations, and, of course, UFO enthusiasts. I dare people to dress up as aliens. I dare you to. But if you're interested in such thing, you can check out my Facebook page. Just look for the Fairborn UFO Conference logo. It's right there. And as we get closer, I've been told that I will have tickets to give away. So that will be very exciting. Once again, the Fairborn UFO Conference, Saturday, June 7th.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO. This is a WHIO payroll payout alert.
Thank you, thank you.
$1,000 tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
Don't hesitate to call.
You call me? You better call me.
Damn it, get me a phone.
Call me on my radio.
I'm gonna call you.
You got him on the radio?
You won't make a simple phone call?
What is wrong with you?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Just kind of wing it and see where the moment takes us.
Yeah, I think we should probably just wing it.
If you go in there, you're gonna have to wing it.
Sometimes you just gotta wing it, right?
Or we could just wing it.
Go ahead and wing it. So we're just gonna wing it?
You know, I think I'm just gonna wing it.
Just wing it.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and it is Wing It Wednesday. And we have a special guest in the studio. Her name is Cindy Carusone, and she's from Goodwill Easter Seals. Yes, and Cindy, I have to tell you, I've been looking forward to this because I talk about Goodwill all the time. My wife and I are frequent shoppers.
Well, I'd like to hear that.
Yeah. We love going because not only can you find great deals on stuff, it's a treasure hunt.
It is.
It's a treasure hunt. You never know what you're going to find, you know?
It's therapy.
It's
Todd, it's therapy.
Yeah, it's
all the way.
100%. And it's helpful because and I've mentioned this on the show, so I'm not talking out of turn here, but my wife had weight loss surgery and she's lost 180 some pounds.
Wow.
And in the time that she's done, been losing, her clothing size changes every, month or so.
Yes.
So she's, we can't afford to go to Macy's or any place like all the time,
Right.
So
right.
it's like, it's been nice to go and we actually, and I hope this is okay, we kind of refer to it as clothes rental.
Clothes rental. So that's even better because once you are done with that piece of clothing or item that you purchase, you're donating it back.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
I just took two gigantic trash bags to the Kettering location yesterday.
That's awesome because
and it's all clothes that she bought at Goodwill.
Because now she needs another size.
That's right. Yeah.
And I don't know if you ever talk about this, but a lot of people know Goodwill as the Goodwill stores.
Yeah.
They don't know that for every revenue dollar that we get, 87 cents goes to over 40 programs that helps individuals become more independent.
Right.
And be self-sufficient. And we always say we give a hand up, not a hand out. So if you shop and donate, that's where that money's going to.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've been going to Goodwill for years and years and years, but talk about some of those programs. I mean, I know that there's the folks that work there are part of your program, right?
Yes.
The employees that you see and
over 50% of our employees, not just in the store, but in all of our programs that we have some type of disability. When we say disabilities, we say some are visual, some are not.
Right.
So last year we serviced over 24,000 individuals.
Wow.
Which we always say we're so happy we served that many people. But then you think of it in another way, wishing that there wasn't the need to help individuals.
But it's a reality. It's a reality. So
it sure is.
It's good that you guys are there to do that.
Yeah.
Talk about some of those programs, like the different programs, because today you said you were doing an event with 50 seniors. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had spring.
I'm almost there.
A spring fling.
Like a dance? Was a party?
A party, a cookout. We had barbecue. We had chicken Alfredo. We had all kinds for lunch, cookies.
Yeah.
We played all kinds of games. It was a beautiful day. We went outside too.
Beautiful.
But it's a part of our senior services that we have. And it's a all-day adult I don't know. I don't want to say daycare. That doesn't sound right. But it's
activity. It's like an all-day activity center.
Yes, for seniors. To have them feel comfortable and come out and feel safe with other people and have friendship.
Right.
You're not isolated at home.
Yeah.
We actually pick up. We do transportation, so we pick them up at their
Oh,
home.
that's great. Yeah.
And then they come to the center and then do all kinds of fun things. And then we also take them home at the end of the day. So, and they do outings as well. Like one of their favorite things.
The casino? Do you take them to the casino?
Not the
No,
casino.
not the casino.
But one of their things they love to do is go to the antique stores.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
the Goodwill stores.
Yeah, we do that too. I guess my
Yes.
wife and I are going to be great seniors.
Yeah.
We've got it down
Oh,
pat.
my daughter said I'm just going to be horrible.
That's funny. That's funny.
But
Yeah.
yes, because there's a need.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're a caregiver and you're taking care of someone, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So
Well, those are the people that are often overlooked in
Yes.
that dynamic.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of focus on the person who needs the help, whatever challenge or condition that they might be dealing with. The people that are around them and supporting them, they have their own lives too. You know, they have jobs, they have families, they have children that they have to deal with, you know, whatever it is, they're also living a life. So that extra responsibility can be just challenging and difficult.
I interviewed some of the caregivers today
Mhm.
and asked them the question, you know, how'd you find out about the senior center? And they said that it took a while to find the place. So that's my mission, is to go out there and let people know that we have these senior programs. Because we also have, if seniors are very active, they still want to work, we have a program also that helps them get new skills and get out into the workforce.
Right.
So there's just many programs, and we just want to reach as many people as we can to help them. So
We go from one end, from the seniors. What kind of programs do you have for children?
So we have early screening for children. It's called child screening.
Right. Clever name.
And we also have counseling and wellness center.
Okay.
And the counseling and wellness center also serves children to seniors. We actually have one counselor that is specialized in autism.
Okay.
For children.
Right.
There's a need for that. There's not enough. I have a special needs son, so I know that there's resources needed out there as well. And that's one of the resources that's needed. So we just opened a center in Vandalia.
Been there.
Yeah. The new Vandalia Goodwill store.
Oh, Goodwill store. Yeah. Is that what you're talking about? Or is
so
there
the
something?
counseling and wellness center's right next
That's
to
right.
it.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
We've, my wife and I've, we have, look, here's the thing, Cindy. We sometimes on the weekends, we plot it all out. Like we start south of town and we just go, you know, south to north. Right.
Yes.
And we have gone as far as,
how far?
Let's see. Definitely Piqua.
Okay.
We've gone to the Piqua one.
If you keep going, we're all the way in Lima.
Well, we were in Salina this past weekend.
Okay.
We saw it, but we didn't stop. We got distracted with the lake. But I'm buying a grill. But but that is definitely that's one of those things that we love to do.
Yeah.
You know.
We have 44 stores in 29 counties. We're even as far south as Portsmouth.
Haven't been to that one.
Yeah.
Haven't made that trek.
Mm-hmm.
But that brings me to an idea that I have.
Oh no. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So I do promotions for all of our stations. So my job is to not just do the show, but come up with creative ways to help promote the clients that we have and also the station. So I had this idea because we mentioned it. Going to a Goodwill store is like a treasure hunt because you never know what you're going to find, right?
Right.
Sometimes you find things that are really, really unique and different. Sometimes you find things that are valuable, right? That somebody didn't realize.
Yes, that just happened the other day at the Kettering Patterson. A
What-
painting
what-
worth $3,000.
A penny?
painting.
Oh, a painting. Oh,
Yes.
wait, there was a story about that. Yeah, we
Yes.
talked about
Yeah.
that. It was like a couple weeks ago, I think. Yeah, we talked about that. And sometimes you find the really unusual, weird thing.
Mhm.
It could, whatever it is, right? So my idea was, I could go shopping at Goodwill with my wife, and we could try to find the most whatever item, whether it's unique or weird
Mhm.
or whatever it might be, and then post it online and have people comment on it. And I'm sure you've seen groups like this.
Yes.
It's like,
yes.
Goodwill thrift store
There's
finds.
even podcasts. There's groups.
Yes.
Yes.
And my thought would be is to try to get the edge heads to do the same and go out and find weird, unusual things
and post
and post it, on this particular page or on my page or whatever it is. And maybe, whoever has the craziest thing, I would be the judge. They would win like a gift card or something that they could use.
It's sounding a little interesting.
So it's just something to think about. I don't need an answer now, but the show's over by 7, so I want it before then.
I don't know if I can get it before 7.
I'm kidding. But it just something to think about.
I think it's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
So I will go back and
kick it around a little bit.
Kick it around with Steve Neiswanger if you're listening.
Oh yeah. Yep, I know Steve.
Yeah.
I've told this story many times. I went to a Goodwill a number of years ago, and I was looking for a pair of khaki pants, and I found a pair. I didn't try them on. I don't like trying on clothes.
Right.
My wife, she will have a gigantic cart. She will go and try on almost everything, and I wait. But I usually just see it and I get it, right? So I took it home, and I don't know about you, we have fashion shows after our hauls from Goodwill.
do?
Yes, we do.
Well, maybe we do a fashion show with Todd.
Oh, now see, that's a good idea as well. But I tried on these khakis, and Cindy, I reached in the pocket and I pulled out $23 in cash.
Oh my goodness! Someone did the laundry and left it in.
Left the money in the pants that they donated.
Did you go play the lotto?
I bought beer.
Okay.
I bought beer that night. It was beer money. Yeah.
You should have played the lotto. You could have won.
Well, probably it could have. Yeah, because it's a lucky break. You should have just let the luck run.
Yep.
All right. So we've got another segment, but I want to hit the website where people can go and get more information on your services and everything.
GESMV.org.
Say that one more time.
I try and do it. GE.
Okay, Goodwill Easter Seals,
Miami Valley.
Okay,
so the initials.
So it's just the initials. GESMV.
Yes.
Yeah, I got to think about that.
Yes,
all right.
That's why I try and say it slowly.
Right. Well, what I'll do is I'll share a page on my Facebook page and a link to your page and everything, and people can get more information.
Yes.
And we have wings. Where did the wings come from tonight?
BW3. I took my grandson out because he wanted wings. I said, perfect. I got to get Todd some wings.
Well, let's see these. These
so
are
they had a new
the
flavor.
Boneless. Oh, the new flavor.
A new flavor.
I'm going to try one. I know people love hearing radio personalities eat on the air.
I just lukewarm.
Oh man,
it's called.
Good.
What was the new flavor? Oh, Buffalo Blue.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Yeah, we'll be back here in a minute.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
Double D.
H.
Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO. McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. This is WHIO Dayton and WHIO FM Pleasant Hill. All news, all the time.
Rain makes a comeback tomorrow. We'll have the latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
You ain't gonna want to miss this.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. It is Wing It Wednesday. Cindy Carusone from the Goodwill Easter Seals is here. And I just told her we only have a couple of minutes, and she has so much to say. So get right to it. Get right to it. Get right to it.
So one thing I want to talk about, I'm going to talk real quick. Senior Symposium.
Okay.
It is on May 15th, and it is for seniors and caregivers of seniors. It's going to be keynote speakers, Area Agency on Aging, Kettering Health Beyond Years, and the Alzheimer's Association as well, and it's at 5:30 and it's free. And we will have our senior information on our services that we offer as well, and we'll have like a light dinner. So I want everyone to come if they need these services and find out more resources.
The website that you can go to, gesmv.org. I just pulled it up, and there's all the information right there.
Yes.
About
they can also go to our Facebook page if they're on Facebook, and our handle is GESMV.
Very easy to find.
Yes.
Very easy to find.
Yes. And they can actually sign up for the symposium on our Facebook page too, as an event.
Well, look, I know you have so many services that you offer there at Goodwill Easter Seals, and I'd be more than happy to have you come back.
Yes.
And we'll chat more about it, and we'll talk more off the air. Maybe we come up with some cool promotion that we can do here on the show.
WHIO Caravan.
There you go. I love it. All right. Well, thanks for listening to the show tonight. Thanks for watching on the live stream. Don't forget, you can get the podcast of this show at eveningedgetodd.com and all your favorite podcast outlets. And you can always go back and watch the live stream on Facebook and YouTube. Have a terrific Wednesday night, and I'll see you tomorrow just after 5 here on WHIO. Have a great evening.
Adios, cowboy.
I'm saying it's over.
I'm afraid that's all there is, my friend.
Mediocre evening.
Could have been worse.
That's it. Show's over. Well, that was exhausting.
No more fun, no refunds.
Good night, Todd.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching tonight. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. Be safe out there.